Hello everyone, and welcome to what will be the last Martins Hill Mercury of the 2021 jump season. It has been a fantastic season for us, so I want to start with some thank yous. Thank you to our sponsors, Longcroft and Nailsworth, who have been with us from the start and have been amazing supporters all the way through, and I'm so glad that we've been able to repay them with a good season. Thank you to all our owners who have been so supportive during the year. It's been a difficult year for owners, not being able to go racing at all for periods, very limited in what they can do when they can go racing. So to have had the support of such a fantastic bunch this year has been amazing, so thank you all. Thank you to everyone out there who supported us. You know, the messages that you send us through social media, the emails you send, the encouraging messages you give us on the racecourse, they are very greatly appreciated and very well received. And my biggest thanks though go to everyone here at Martins Hill. We have, as you all know, an amazing team, and it's to their credit that we've had such an amazing season. They deserve all of the plaudits for that. It has been a good season, it really has. We've broken the £200,000 barrier for jumps prize money, which we've never done before. So to do that in a shortened season and in a season where prize money's been hit is particularly enjoyable. 25 winners over jumps, a handful on the flat. It's been a good winter.
Marble Sands for Lily Pinchon and Graham McPherson will win the last. Going away at the end from Italian Spirit.
There have been plenty of memorable performances, and one of the real pleasures of doing a Mercury at this time of year is to look back and think of the really enjoyable times. I'll start with Sammy Lou, who was just the king of Newton Abbot last year. Those 3 mile 2 furlong handicap hurdles were made for him. He won 3 and then actually probably put in one of his best performances of his life in a Newbury Pertons qualifier at the end of the season. He'll be back out this summer and he's one to look forward to. Fleeting Visit won 2 staying hurdles through the summer last year, and a leap for the same connections, just couldn't do anything wrong at Sandown. Was unlucky to lose 1 in the steward's room, but then put that right with 2 more wins at Sandown. High Wells was a revelation back on the flat and gave Jill Phillips a really wonderful day out running in the Mallard. Follow the Swallow defied the years, 2 super wins. I still have no idea how Lily won on him at Uttoxeter. Dropped out as far as she was, but she gave him an absolutely super ride. And then Callum Gilhooly as well, won 2 and showed himself to be a really nice progressive hurdler, and he's another one to look forward to through this summer. We move into the autumn, and again there's been some wonderful performances. Top of the list has to be Rat Face McDougall. If you'd have said to me at the beginning of the season that horse will win 5 and improve best part of £40, well, who'd have thought it? But that's exactly what he's done, and topped off a super season for him with a really hard-fought win at Warwick earlier this week. He will have a well-earned summer break, but fingers crossed he can come back good as ever next year. Exploiteur won 2 for us before we very sadly lost him at Hereford just before Cheltenham, and in that same week we lost Phantom of the Oscar as well, who was a really nice young horse for David and Jack Adams, and that was a dreadfully sad week. They've had more luck with Dublin 4. He has turned into the horse that we always hoped he would be over fences. Won really well at Newbury, and then ran really well in a novice champions handicap chase up at Ayr on Scottish Grand National Day. He's one to really look forward to for the future. Ami de Bois didn't win one this year, but second twice, really running right up to the very best of his ability, and then gave everyone a super day out in the Grand National. And Flan, another nice horse who's going to be even better next year once we can go over the bigger obstacles. Won his bumper really bravely, and then also showed that he had ability over hurdles as well. And then a number of youngsters have really shown that we've got exciting times ahead. Marble Sands won an Ascot bumper, then ran really well in a listed Ascot bumper before Christmas. We brought him back for one last one in the spring, thinking that we might just be able to nick one under a penalty. Finished second behind what I suspect might end up being a really rather good horse of Ollie Murphy's, but again with nice horses behind him, so he's one to look forward to for hurdling next year. A View to Sea won his bumper earlier in the year, and then won first time over hurdles at Bangor, so he is going to again be a lovely horse for the future. Pop the Champagne popped in first time out at Lingfield unexpectedly, but showed that she has really got a lovely engine, and since then has done absolutely nothing wrong. Ran really well at Newbury, really well at Cheltenham. She's schooling up now, and she's one to look forward to over hurdles. And we have a little brother as well in the yard. He's only 2 and he's a cute little fellow, but he's going to be exciting if he's anything like his big sister. Get the Pot and Get the Game for shore racing have both shown themselves to have really nice ability. Get the Game ran well on debut in her bumper and just showed that the form of her point to point is nice and solid. 2 other mares that are nice ones for the future. We've got Phil Healy, who I think will be a super 2.5 mile mare, and then Philippa Sue, who is from a real nice staying hurdle family. She's got speed as well, but she stays, and she's going to be an exciting one for next year. And then one of the most recent bumper runners, a big horse called Sister Michael. We've been really patient with him. We've had him since he was a 3-year-old. And I'm delighted to see him get to the track before the summer, get a run into him. He'll now have the summer off, and he'll come back in the autumn ready to go over obstacles. He's a lovely big Fame and Glory horse, so hopefully there's some excitement to be had with him as well. But before that, we've got the summer. We've got 20 in, and we've got a few that will run principally on the flat, but hopefully be nicely dual purpose. We've got Anderleap, who won nicely and was progressive on the flat last year, and we've got a lovely little 3-year-old called Eagle's Realm that was solid form for Sir Mark Prescott on the flat at 2. We'd like to think that he's going to make up into a nice dual purpose one through the summer. We've got a little unnamed bated breath, Carrot we call him in the yard, who again hopefully will be running nicely enough at 3. He's shown plenty at home, so fingers crossed for him. We've got Ask Henry, who loves that summer ground. He's now showing that he stays 3 miles really well on that summer ground, so he'll be doing that. Callum Gilhooly, 2.5 miles. He again should be well capable of winning off his mark this summer. He showed at the end of last year that even on ground that he didn't like, he was still capable off his current mark. Josie Abbing, also for BDR. She should be able to pick up a little race or 2. Casting Grey for Foxtrot. She's handicapped nicely enough. She should enjoy the summer ground, and hopefully we can get off the mark with her as well. One of the nice maidens we've got in, Chat to Charlie, was a really nice bumper horse before he picked up a niggle. So he will be ready to go fairly soon. Look for him over 2.5, 3 mile in maiden hurdles on decent ground. And then we've got a really good number of proper staying hurdlers. We've got Fleeting Visit that we've won 2 last year over 3 miles and gets every yard of it. We've got Hatab, who stays every yard of that as well. We've got Sammy Lou, who obviously last year showed that 3.25 miles was his trip, so we'll be picking up some nice long distance races for him, hopefully. We've got Mr. Cuddles, and we've got the Distant Lady, who again both stay that sort of distance, and a nice tough mares, so hopefully we can find races for them. Little bit shorter in trip, we've got Homing Star and we've got Jessica Rabbit, 2 nice mares who again both hopefully handicapped to win. So fingers crossed, we've got a good summer ahead of us. We've got a few winners on the board, and we can hit the ground running in the autumn, ready for a really good season in 2022 and build on what's been a fantastic 2021. Thanks to you all again. See you soon.